Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning. I'm Melon, and we're back with some more SpellRogue. Well, this time round, what we're actually here for is because we've got a lovely new update that's come in use. We have a new Act 2 boss, which I want to try out and see if we can face off against. So that is the plan. This may take me a few runs to do, but you'll probably see the one where I'm going to be successful in at some point. Maybe it'll be this one as well. Who knows? The other thing I wanted to do as well, because I was looking back at some of my old videos and stuff like that, is I got to do some of these challenge runs and stuff and try and, like, you know, have fun with these. And yeah, that's the other thing that I kind of want to end up doing as well. Maybe we'll probably stream those at some point or things like that. Maybe that'll be slightly better. Who knows? But yeah, that's what we'll probably end up trying to do as well. As for today, we are just chilling out and we're just going to try and see if we get the new boss. And as I want to get levels on Sephara, we might as well just do Sephara. I'll probably still do the usual talky stuff and things like that I've been doing on the Overanalyze series because, yeah, I do like that series overall, and I'm actually having a good amount of fun with it, to be honest. I will admit that. Let's just do the Harmony one. I like the Harmony one. Let's go. And yeah, we'll still keep that. We're going to go Descent 2. Let's go. There's a lot of reworks. A lot of the Descent modifiers have been changed around, things like that, during normal battles. And we start with 2 power. I can choose getting a common spell. Is a common spell worth that? No. Each turn, -1 to the highest die. That's kind of good. Yeah, like this could be actually really bad because the amount of health you're going through is quite a lot. But I'm liking the difference to them. We'll take Dice Rock. I knew the modifiers needed some adjustments, just because the fact that some of them were like ridiculously broken for what they actually were. Like, you take them at a low end and you just have so many issues with them. So I'm kind of happy that they did that, and this actually kind of works in my advantage in some ways. Set lowest out to 4, and then we roll a 3 or a 4. We got a bunch of 3s and 4s, so we don't need to worry about that for now. For now, let's just level that up, and then delete damage. I mean, I could just put that in there, but yeah. I hammered it just because I wanted that, and I couldn't put the dice in there anyway, so it's kind of like a bit, Again, I think set lowest dice to that is a good idea. And we got a 3 back. Ah, yeah, because we got the cascade, that's actually working really well. Okay, now we just hurt ourselves for offense as well. That was my only problem with that. Brain. I gotta remember how to play this character. Just so I don't hurt myself in the long run, right? He wants to put 3 down. Okay, just deal damage. Deal damage when I can. That's the main thing. Stop worrying about it, and so on and so forth, right? Okay, cool. You know, remember the stuff I meant to do. Don't start being stupid about it and trying to be kind of like, you know, we got a 3, that's 6 and 6, so we need more damage. Let's roll that. We do get it, so we can do 6 damage 3 times. Cool. Even with my mistakes, we still get bailed out. Was it Sephara? I wouldn't know how to pronounce that. The problem is, like, I look at that word and I feel like I gotta put an accent on every time I see it. Now, what are we looking at? So, defense, stuff like that. What am I looking to go? I like the cascade effects. Cascade effects are good. We also want X effects as well with the cascade and stuff that gives me cascade. Blade Wing seems interesting, but I don't have a lot of stuff. It's kind of expensive early. This is why we won't be taking that straight away. Cloud Step is nice because it's another form of defense if we do need it, and it does roll a dice back. Shifting doesn't really matter for me, but the extra dice could be useful in some aspect, and it benefits from the cascade. But we could just roll to maybe get like a better offensive spell, which is kind of what I would like to get, to be honest, so we'll do that. Twin Shield. I do like Twin Shield. It's really good defense, what it is. It's really easy to cast as well. Although, this is actually kind of nice. After image, I do like the idea of this as well with the upgrade, but as it's just roll an echo spell, it's kind of like, is that really what I want? So it's basically spending a die to cast it in 2 things that's going to be applicable to it. Let's take this. It has the X effect, it does everything else as well. Do we have 2 elites? We do not, so we'll just go with the best way I want. We'll try a shot. Choose to gain an attack spell, choose to gain a defense spell. Yeah, I sure will. I will do that. That sounds absolutely delightful. X Nif 1A, apply a conduit. Conduit is so good overall. I like Pierce though here, to be honest. Like this effect can be really useful long term. But should we try and just like really show off how good Cascade can be again? Because I did Cascade builds quite a lot. We've done a good amount of conduit stuff in the past as well. Yeah, I think so. And Pierce is really good. I like Pierce. Let's take that. Defense spell. What do we got here? We don't have static at the moment, so there's no point getting that. Guarding Zephyr is a little bit too expensive for me at the moment, so I guess we'll take the electric buffer in this case, which can help me gain static if we want. Or do we reroll? Let's reroll. We can get better defense stuff. There we go. The best defense in the game, the cage. Just straight up, that can go now. Is setting die a good idea? No, setting die is not a good idea. Yeah, the Boreal Cage is like one of the best defensive tools you can ever get with this. And I think you can gain power with this as well, which could be kind of interesting. Getting that with +1 or extra uses could be kind of cool. Rolling 2 die on that could be interesting, or extra damage. Or just extra defense on this when we use it. I think rolling 2 die actually is kind of what I want with Pierce, right? And then that can be like some of the things we just like put back in, it gives a die back and stuff. But is the extra armor on this worth it? We'll leave it for now. We'll worry about it in a bit. What have we got here then? Sky Flare, Thunder Crash, interesting. Styx is... I shouldn't take it, but I'm going to. I haven't done a Styx build in a while, and I feel like I want one, so we'll... So no, I want to keep this around, because when we spend die, we can set die to the stuff. This generates other die, we want to keep that. That's good defense, that's good defense. I guess Karmic Burst is the one we get rid of. Because it doesn't do anything else, so I guess we're disenchanting that for now. What's the upgrade on this? To give static or give +2. The +2 is going to be kind of useful. I have 49. I still can't get that, so I need to get rid of one more thing. Chakra is such a good defense though for what I want to build, because the plus X effects are going to be really useful. Do I get rid of Pierce then? No, don't do it. I guess this is what we get rid of, and then we keep the Pierce, right? Come on, Styx, you're coming with me. And with +1 on it. Or just give me lots of ways to generate die. Using it multiple times doesn't really seem that great. I can use it twice already, that's really good. Just getting it +1 value again doesn't really make much of a difference either. Because you re-roll them consistently. Having setting lowest die with X +1 is also really good. Getting the damage, getting the armor. Let's gain the armor now on this, and then put all these back in. And we'll leave to the elite fight. We'll do this one, I guess. We'll go to the event first then. Hand of Justice every 10th spell dealing... Every 10th spell dealing damage also applies haste. Lose a spell, gain gold. You couldn't come earlier. We'll just leave that. I mean, I could have, like, taken the damage and stuff and still got the thing, but I'm like, what's the point, right? Well, well, well. So we set lowest die to whatever it is. We can put the 6 in here then, because that's always a good idea. I could just, like, should have really stuff in there, but no. Do the same again with the 3. Get a 4 back. The 4 can go in there, and then this 3 can just deal 8 damage. The times effects are really good, I think, because of the way the maths works with the cascade effect, which is kind of why I wanted to keep the other ones. Maybe increasing this would be a better idea, but you know. 2 4s. That's 8 plus what I get from that, and then we can... I was hoping we'd actually get something else out of that, but never mind. Guess we'll just go for 11 defense instead. And then drain the sticks. Ah, the good old Stygian. I miss you. Hopefully the stage 2 boss is the one we want though. Otherwise this build will never see the light of day. But I guess you guys don't need to worry about that now, do you? That and that. So we get the cascade effect off, then we can just deal 10 damage, I guess. Yeah. Just deal 10. And we're going to deal 6 at the end of a turn anyway. Now, I remember someone telling me that these actually benefit from the rupture effect, so maybe we can get that working for our case as well. That'd be kind of cool. Right? Don't need to worry about that then, so we can just attack if we want, which is a good idea. And then we end turn for the kill. Very, very nice. Breath of Thunder. I like it because it is some power scaling, which we don't really have much of without anything else. So it might be worth just taking this for the sake of taking it, right? So this is something where I normally will talk about a lot of things with the game, and we might as well go into the analytical side of what my brain is thinking on this as well, because I think it's always nice to know my thought process. So currently, all I've got is this. Now, the game actually limits you to 12 die now, which is kind of very disappointing in my opinion. I like having stupid amount of die and breaking the game, because I've done that before all the updates and the full release came out, and that was great fun. But I have no power scaling as such at the moment, basically because of that. I have a cap on this, right? And these are just basic good spells. I have nothing that will consistently deal with everything else later, despite everything else going on. Breath of Thunder, although it is very expensive, does give me the option to be able to get this later, and I can gain increased scaling on this, and it'll consistently keep doing damage. So it is worth taking that, even if I just hold on to it and do nothing else, right? Like, that's the main point of it. Timesing that by 3 is really good damage on this, which I might do just to keep myself in the early game style of play to kind of deal burst damage on the pierce. The pierce. But yeah. So there are methods to my madness as such, we shall say. Let's do this, set something to 3, then set something else to 4, and we've got good 2 rerolls done. I'm taking 6 damage, which you can fully defend with 1/4. Let's all do it. And then just change these into 6 die. That should take out the front one, and then we're not worried about that. See? You can do that, Faded, that's absolutely fine. And Broken doesn't bother me either in the slightest, because I am just that awesome. So we're just going to gain armor again on that front, and then just get 2 sticks die again, I guess. This is why I say Cage is so good for these fights, because it just deals with so many things. Right? And again, like, we can just get more here, more here. I don't need to get anything else, so we'll just chuck this in here to get the Broken off it. I mean, they should be dead next turn, right? With 6 die, averaging about 3.5 on damage-wise. I mean, you're looking at least like 21 damage, so it's still pretty good. you know, these are the things that you must learn to deal with. And take 9. But I do love Styx. It's such a really unique card in the way that it can work with the spells. And deal damage equal to 3 times static. Well, we're not gaining static, so that's not really that great. Shock, which deals X damage, targeting adjacent... attacking adjacent spell gets minus countdown. Shock could be really good. And I can gain some of that on there as well, which would also be really good. So Shock does give me the ability to kind of start rolling into this if we want to. So I'll take it. Right? Like the upgrade to this for this, as well as if the target's attacking adjacent spells get reduction as well, is kind of nice, right? It has like 2 benefits. Here we'll gain a spell because I would like something more. Overclock. I like this, but again, it's kind of like, it's too expensive. Doesn't really give much defense to the expense it has, and the applying of the conduit, although it's nice, doesn't deal damage. Like, yeah, it ticks passively, and it's great, but that means a utility spell that I can't rely on the defense on. 4. Ether Coil, though, has some uses, so we'll pick that up, I guess, for now. Or do we reroll? I should reroll here. -2 to the run spell on relay. It's so good. Windcrest is kind of nice as well, though. Just because I get a free way to gain static on that as well. It's utility. I think relay, just because the fact that it'll always give me just that burst of defense when I need it most, could be really good, although we kind of got these 2 already. I'll take Windcrest. It fits the build with this setup we're going for, and then we kind of got this as our main for now. Having to think about like what the best course of action is and stuff, and like what I might change into the build with, and just setting that up also is kind of really important. Oh. Well, I guess we're just gonna do this, and then we can set a Pierce up here for 15 damage. Yeah, so we're going through this character here at some point. The whole thing's way overtuned, so it's something to always bear in mind where I'm like, oh yeah, this is like clearly like the best build and stuff like that you need to be able to do. Like certain spells and abilities and stuff are just like, yeah, you really should pick them up instantly. Like the Cage is something I'm always a big fan on. Like it doesn't matter like what's going on with the rest of your build and stuff. If you pick up Cage, you're in such a good position. Let's do this first. We roll a 3 or 4 back. Do it again. That's the 4. There we go. So we've got our defense sorted. And then I guess we'll just set this up. I'm just going to lob dice at it consistently every turn. Ooh, a 4. I guess we'll just check the 4, deal the 12 damage. That's already gone then. Put the 5 in, do the 6 damage there, and I think we're done, right? Yeah. No defense needed. It already sticks. I do like this. Okay, so first of all, what's the spell we get? Mantra. I do like it. Deal X damage 3 times on the Tempest Lash. And it also does give me the static, but, you know, something to be wary of. Is interesting. I mean, to be honest, even with just the, oh no, I received that. But it works so well with, well, not really. It's 3 times, right? Even if you use it multiple times, it's not that great. Yeah. I was thinking like that. Like, it seems great, but even Cascade doesn't work, and it's X damage, and, you know, there's no multiplicative stuff except for the 3 times on it. So it's decent power scaling and stuff, but receiving the Rupture is a bit of an issue, and, like, the upgrades don't really do very much overall. Voltaic Surge. I like this card. It's actually pretty interesting, except we don't really have to build for it. Mantra is something where I would like to take this. Just because the extra Cascade gain really does help out a lot of my spells, such as like this, and also like these as well. But it's not really what I want at the moment. And I say we always roll here because there's literally just like one spell that just wins you the game. And Skybreak actually is something we've done in the past with the Mantra build, and I might just take that. What else we got here then? Choose to gain an artifact and a rune. Chest of Wonders. Interesting. I don't need to create other die, so pretty good on that front. Rage Blade. Huh. It's 45 damage. Well, no, it's a bit more than that. It's like, what, Plastination 9, so 60, no. Yeah, 54 damage with Skybreak. That's really dumb if I go Rage Blade. And of course the X effects on this as well, and stuff as well. Oh, okay. Yeah, I kind of got to go for it. I would like to see what this does, but Rage Blade is what we'll go with. We're going to regret it later. Skybreak is what we'll pick up. We'll keep the cage and stuff like that. Pierce is probably not in the build anymore, because that's not how we're going to deal damage, although it was kind of nice to have, so I will take that back. Changing that to a 5 or something is kind of interesting. Just because I can deal then 5 plus whatever. Or just removing the silence is just kind of nice as a good thing to keep myself alive and things. But I think ramping this up to 5 is so good. Yeah. Okay, so we should be able to one-shot every opponent we ever need, and we have ways to deal passive damage and stock up die if we ever need to. Every third battle has no spell rewards. On an enemy death, receive a curse die, which gives me a 1. That is absolutely fine. I will take that. I do want to shop. We also probably want to try and take on the big guy as well, though. Yeah, I think we do want the big guy, so I guess we'll go this way to guarantee we're going to go that way anyway. Gain Ether Echo with the upgrades and stuff. Not the greatest spell, but yeah. 40 gold to gain and basically do that, or Major Vex. Don't care about that. Let's upgrade something. Breath of Thunder, so that kind of works with itself as well. That got a free upgrade. Would like to land on something else, but nothing else can really be upgraded anyway, so don't be too picky, you know. Play things well, do things the right way. I only have 2 die. How is this gonna work for me? 19 damage 4 times. This seems like a great idea. First of all, let's give myself 21 armor, and then let's just do that to this guy. No, you're gaining... No one gains thorns in my presence. No, that's a bit of a shame, isn't it? Well, I mean, I can use the silence die and just, like, gain a sticks die instead, so that's kind of cool. That gets silence, which is fine. And I guess you're getting killed. We throw this at something first, and that re-rolls, and then we're done. The mute may start hurting me late game, I will admit that, right? It's not unheard of to say, ooh, because that's unusable. I have issues with that. Okay. Interesting. Well, I guess we'll take the damage here. That was already one of the quicker fights I had. Ooh, you can remove afflictions. That seems like a really good idea. Tornadomancy? I like Tornadomancy. Not the best for my build currently, though, and we're not really doing it. The voice is terrible. Let's just reroll on those. Arc isn't bad, but we already got build set up. Meta. Yeah, why not? It's a good defensive tool, and if I get the chance to use it and put it in, like, it gives me some healing as well, so I can kind of prevent that on the first cast. Okay. That's a 5 into a 4, which we use X times, which gives me 19 damage, 4 times, which does do the first kill. Right? We'll just kill that guy. Before we do that, though, let's just roll this. Get another 4 or something first, so we can do this. Gain armor, and then... And if I get like an extra die a turn, like, just realize how broken that's going to be. That's a shame. We'll do this then. Roll that. Get a 4 back. Guess we'll kill this guy off. And then sticks me, boys. That absorbed the curse. Okay, so there's a reason for me to get these die up then. Cool. And that's gone. I haven't seen what the boss of this place is now. I'm gonna be disappointed if it's not the new boss and stuff, although we're probably gonna flatten him like immediately. Haze isn't bad. Just like defense goes, stuff like that. But I roll again, because like I'm now looking just to kind of like do something stupid on repeat. We don't have any countdown effects. We do here though, so there is a probably reason for the Zephyr. Choker's kind of useless in a way. I'll take the Galvanic Fling because it's like the most expensive out the lot. We'll unlock a new slot so I can put in Meta. There is actually a reason to get this upgraded as well, but at least I can get some healing out of it and things like that as well, right? That's the other thing I want. Or we just use this so I can roll the extra die to start with. Yeah. Seems weird, but I'm literally just using it for the extra die. I'm not actually using it for anything else other than that. Give me a spell here. Feather Lash. Roller 1 or a 3. Repeat on last. Deals damage. It is getting -5 countdown and -1 charge. Just for a 1. I roll a 1 or a 3. It's kind of good, actually. I'm greedy. Silver Lining. It's actually worth disenchanting that. I'm not going to use it, so yeah. We'll just get rid of it immediately. I probably should have kept it for the big boss, but let's face against this elite then. Now look, dude. You're going to do the evil stuff to me, aren't you? Is it 21 damage 5 times? Or 6 times? Oh, there's still one. Just one shot them. Okay, this run is broken. And we take the soul stone here, because that's the thing we need to beat the bosses. We then just will unlock this, I guess. Right? Yeah, we unlock this. And then we'll put in the meta as well. Actually, well, going this way anyway first. Let's do that. Take damage, gain gold, do that. No, let's get an artifact. What do we want? When gaining block, gain 1 delay block. It seems interesting. Keep up to 10 block between rounds. That's actually kind of useful. Each turn at 1 random spell. Let's get the 10 block between rounds. That's actually pretty good. We should apply the soul stone here. No idea. Yeah, I've got the bug. That's good. Oh yeah, I forgot. I should... Oh, that's Cascade. We'll keep that. Can we one-shot the bug? Oh, if we one-shot the bug, I'm going to be like, I'm sorry, game. I really will be sorry. 18 damage 3 times. That does kill that guy off, so that's a good idea to do. Let's get rid of that. We roll that. That gets silenced, so we remove the silence immediately, which is kind of nice. No, we'll just put that in sticks then, because it's not doing any damage, and I don't need to worry about that. Set the die to 1. We can re-roll it. Yeah, gives me the die for sticks to be used. And we'll do that. And we got the 5. Another 5. Say hello to my little friend. I'm sorry, this run is This run is broken, and yeah, that's exactly the spell I was kind of looking for to keep a hold of. Okay, so although that's kind of good, like if I can set this up, that's even better. We need the Soul Stone in for now. I guess we're swapping out the Wind Crest now and not using that. This is literally just in because the fact that I get the start of battle roll effect. If I get another die, then we're pretty much laughing and don't need to worry. I don't need to gain a spell. I actually probably should gain health here. No, what do I want? What's the upgrade? Guess some way to gain more stuff. Every turn autocast. It's 12 damage. It does gain that as well. That's kind of cool. Last spell roll 1. If it's an attack, that's kind of interesting. Bladed Wings is not. Let's roll those. Ether Coil, Vexing Skies. For a 5, just roll 3 die, essentially. And Flying Nimbus. I guess we'll just disenchant. I guess Shock is going here. We don't need that. Pick up the Vexing Skies. Just hold it so I don't get it for the boss for now. And then we can get rid of it if we need to. Okay, boss, how much health do you have? 200. Can we one-shot him? You have a 5. You have a 6, which becomes a 5. We now use this potion here to cast that, which is the main point. We then will cast Chakra twice for the one-shot. Does it happen? 25 damage. Okay, guys, I wanted to learn what this boss does. So, revive upon death, then remove this effect. Okay, cool. And on utility cast, gain apply anti-magic, and then, which is each turn, -1 to a random die times. Okay, wording on that needs to be fixed, but guess we'll get through phase 1. Is now invulnerable and stunned. Well, thank you very much, game. No, it's 100. Okay. And it's enraged. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to do this run again, just so I can see what that does, but, yeah. Lowest die becomes Silence die, that seems terrible for what we're trying to do, but 1 die each turn, but get a tier 2 modifier, or Ignite. I'll take the tier 2 modifier, those can be pretty good. Enemies start with that, that's terrible. Receive 2 Curse, and start battle Silence on a random spell. Let's re-roll those, actually. Item choice is -1. Boss battle style, you start with 2 power, that's fine, we'll take that. Wings of Thunder is always a take, no matter what happens going on. It's such a good spell, like, I am not even going to bother arguing on anyone with that. You want something decent, you take Wings of Thunder. Now we've got the extra die, we don't... Oh, I forgot to do Soul Stone. I forgot to do the whole Soul Stone thing, that is hilarious. Well, that's gone anyway. I guess this goes as well now. We can get the shard from it, so that's always a good idea. Move all those over. This giving me extra of that as well is probably a good idea. Just because it's going to do more in the long run as well. Or do we just go for the Echo to roll one of those? Like, I spend it and roll the Echo die, which then allows you to apply that die to other stuff as well and get stuff back. Because it replicates the die in other slots, which is what I kind of want it to do anyway, right? Is this the first time I tried the Echo? Because, like, this is just good anyway, and times 3 is... No, times 3 is so much damage. Times 3 is way too much damage on that. I can't pass that up. I guess we'll just keep the rest of the spells and move on. So, new boss, guys. I just two-shot it. Yeah, I really liked it. It was a really good fight. Her upgraded spell. That just seems fine, to be honest. Yeah. Them getting Undying is terrible. We'll just take that. We need to go to the shop anyway, and then we'll go this way to use the potion immediately. We need to get the thingy in as well, and yeah. We still have a 5, so that's good. We have a 4, which we can use immediately. We don't have a 3 to get that, so just get 2 4s for the chakra. Yeah. Don't need that, because that's my board clear spell, so... we're going to remove all afflictions from me, so I don't have the silence for next turn. Take a bit of damage. And then, yeah. I think that was a fair fight, right? I took 9 damage. It was... Oh, this is such a good defensive option as well. Yeah, with the upgrade on that as well, like, I've got to take it. It's so good. I'll leave it for the moment, but once we get the upgrade, it's going straight in for Chakra, which is just, like, a great trade. Styx was so good. Maybe even Styx goes out now. Like, you served me well, Styx. I'm not going to deny that. But I don't think I need you anymore, and I've already got a good setup. Styx did really well. I'm not going to deny that. Take that potion first. Don't worry about anything else. The Gale seems pretty interesting. Do like that as well, but it's a bit late for that now. Prickling Air is kind of completely pointless. Cast a random spell. And cast target spell. Those could be pretty good just to like trigger stuff if we ever need to late game. Rolling die would seem good. Let's get an artifact though. Every 3 countdown spells, we don't use countdown. On static gain, +1 to lower die. Which is kind of good. Gain that, apply rupture to an enemy. That also seems pretty good as well. Let's take the static catalyst, I like that. Seems pretty interesting. Destroying one's a terrible idea in this build, I need that. For every 3 times losing health, gain 2 power. Interesting. Every 3rd non-enchanted die becomes one of the movement die. Don't want that either. Each turn something gets support, and every 3rd turn roll a die. The first spell dealing damage each turn deals +4 damage. The Rabbit's Foot seems pretty good, like straight up. Like that is actually really useful. Every 3rd turn getting an extra die. But the Wolf's Claw, because we're doing one-shot builds, is kind of the one I'm going to go with, and we'll just leave it at that. We're going to disenchant this if we don't need it. We're disenchanting Meta as well because we don't need it. I'm sorry, Styx, you did serve me well. I will remember you. We're going to get another one as well of these. All dice persist between turns. So we don't use die, they stick around. On a 4, -2 to a countdown. We do not have countdowns, so that's terrible. And entering boss battle, heal. We'll just take that. My dice, is that just 2 die? All dice. Huh. I got an upgrade then, I assume. Over to here. Lose the Void Key. Thank you very much. We'll lose the potion for the Void Key. Go into battle. Yes. Ooh. That seems like a lot of guys. 31 damage to everything. Interesting. First of all, I think a good idea for me to do is to just block first. I think that's just a very stable choice. Now, I could decide to one-shot one guy, which would seem like a really good idea, as this one at the back here seems to be wanting to deal with the dumb thing anyway. Of, you know, trying to do some dangerous stuff. I could roll this just so we get that silence trigger happening and everything else, and do it again to make sure that's all gone. And then I guess we just do a bit of Wings of Thunder action. Maybe get like an early kill later. Frenzy. So good, that spell. Now, how are we going to do this then? Guess get the cage again first, because that's always a good idea. Then we'll just take the front guy out, because I don't really want to deal with him. And then... I just guess gain 15 armor? Or do we just kind of set this up for, like, the first cast? Or just deal this damage again? Chip away, you know? Let's just chip away. I could have rolled on the Harmony if I actually had it open, but I didn't, so... And there's the kill. Skybreak, you're so good. Interesting. Evasion. We'll take it because it sells for quite a lot. And then we'll go and face this elite, because I would like to go here. We don't need any rituals. We're doing fine without them. Ooh, we get the cascade effect, so that's triggered on me. So let's set this up first then. We get a 4 and a 4 back. Do it again. We get a 3. Ooh. So we can do this and this. Gain the 3 on there. We have 28 9 times. It's not quite the one shot. I am very disappointed. But in that case, let's just use this blast potion. Does that kill if we do it? That will kill if we do it. So let's use that then. I'm sorry. It's so dumb. Are we speedrunning this at this point? Gather? No. I guess we'll just take one of the spells. We'll take Gather, because that's kind of all, like, has lots of charges on it. Even it is got more expensive, so it could still be useful in some way. Giving me more of that is probably a better idea. Extra charges on that also is some good defense if we ever need it. We do keep 10 per turn, so probably not that worried at the moment. Yeah, actually, this just having extra defense is actually probably a good idea. Don't have the countdown effects, that's kind of pointless. Extra charges on that is a lot more useful. Lose 2 spells, gain an artifact. Lose the helmet, gain a rune. Nope, just take that. I'll take damage for that. So I want this anyway. On the first game we could do that, but no. Give me the 4. But the only reason we changed the 6 around is because we also got this as well in the end. Like, it's kind of actually really benefiting me to have that way. Probably shouldn't have done that way, but I was kind of like, why not? And this way I can gain this on this cast anyway for next turn, and then we can just gain defense across everything. Right? We'll reshape next turn, and it will heal for 25. Well, I am kind of not really happy about that, so I guess we'll just have to try and fix it in some way, shape, or form, won't we? Which I guess is this. You know, generating 3s and 4s can be very useful. The binding, and the Zephyr's Touch. Just again, it's more expensive if we need the gold later. Into the Sanctuary, we'll take the healing. We'll heal up. Now. I'm sorry, Chakra, you need to go for a moment. You're not the best defense spell I have. This now is, and this does, so... yeah. Into boss battle. We got the Soul Stone, we're going to trigger that. This is probably one of the quicker runs I've ever had. Just how quickly I can wipe bosses out and stuff, you know? Okay, so I lose that on there. Let's use Harmony, sets up to 2, we get a 4 back. Set up to 4 then, we get a 3. No, we do not. So that goes there. That goes there. Do we just Skybreak and just deal damage, or do we start chipping away? We just start chipping away with everything. Because now he has to summon them again at some point every end of every turn. Lots of ones. What we want to see, right? Well, if doing that, let's split this one out so we have extra die. Becomes a 3 and a 4. That 3 can go there. Ooh, how delightful. And then... Again, that's a lot of damage. I'm going to do this here, that to go there, and then that to go there. Mainly just for the extra foresight. So get a lot of die for that, plus I'll, you know, suck up all the terribleness that I was going to have to deal with otherwise. Okay, so that and that can go there then. So get the X effects all at once. This is go here and just deal the damage, but will not kill everything. Interesting. Set those dice to 8. Set those dice to 10. Do the damage 8 times. Let's put that in there, that in there. This 4 goes here. We're fully defended, pretty much. I guess we'll just deal the damage to everything anyway. And then just set this up. I take a bit in the back, but that's fine. I need to cast the Soul Stone to actually win the game, otherwise we're going to have issues, so... You predicted it. Terrible. Set that to a 5. We got a 3 back. We'll do this, because this should apply the curse now, so I don't have to worry about it. And then I can just, like, do that to get an extra life for next turn, while still gaining a good amount of armor. Well, that and that can go in here. And that to a 6. 2 5s to a 10. Let's put a 5 in here to apply unit to that. Let me just do this damage. Is that a good idea? Yeah, actually. That is a good idea. And 24 is not a kill, so I should defend. But it doesn't matter anyway. Yeah. Good old Cascade. This is another good Cascade game. I've been messing around with Cascade so much recently, and I've had so many good runs with it that, yeah, like, why wouldn't you play it like this anyway? The Void Key has been assembled. Now, the only issue I have is the fact that I am a burst build. This is probably one of the only burst builds I ever do see. And, yeah. It's kind of a bit on the, how are we going to deal with this kind of thing, right? And that's also interesting. 2 3s and then roll 3 die back, which are all things. Gather would seem interesting to set a random die to 3 or 4 as well. But no, I think Chakra being in there is probably the better choice. Maybe. Maybe I'm being a little bit kind of, eh. Nah, let's put Zephyr's Touch in there, shall we? On a 4. Interesting. What are we going for first? Got the healing first, don't we? Let's hit the healing. Let's move on to the lake. And... lose that, gain gold. I mean, to be honest, yeah, it's probably fine to lose that and gain the gold here. Do we bind the soul is the question, or no, we just sacrifice 30 gold. Gain 3 potions, or bind their souls. What can I actually upgrade at the moment that I'd want to upgrade? So gather gaining me 4 is completely pointless. This just being lose 3 life to set up 1 evasion seems actually pretty interesting. This doesn't have an upgrade, and everything else is already upgraded, correct? Except the harmony. I think having the extra use out of that is actually pretty good, so let's do that. Actually, no. Hold on to it first. Hold on to it first. Just double check. Turn 2, gain a Fortify. Lose Wings of Thunder, lose Evasion. Actually, losing Evasion would seem fine, but I think we just pay the shard and get the block, right? Yeah. Well, that's just better in the long run. Getting a bit of Fortify could be easy, plus I get past the thing anyway without losing too much. Observe. On defense spell, apply 2/3 to a random enemy. Could get another like, I could get another shard. That would be interesting. And goodbye evasion. To the disturbance. To lose a spell. Lose gather. Let's face off. Come on, boss. Let's do this. So, I can one-shot some of these quite easily. We should look to one-shot that guy there, then, if that's the case. I have not got any other things on me, so using this first is probably a good idea. Did not get a 3, so we'll do it again. Did not get a 3. Interesting. So we'll set that up. We'll set my defense up. And then we'll just do this to something which doesn't kill. Yeah. But it's fine, we only got a silence there. I was hoping to get this, like, triggered, but it didn't work. 2 3s just give me 3 die back, which is why we got this here anyway. Which is what we got. So, a 3 and 3. Another 3 can go in here then. Then, guess we use the harmony. Go with lower die. Another 3. 6s can't be used anywhere else except here, so I guess we just... No, we'll do that first. Okay. So, defense. Use Wings of Thunder on everything. You got the eye. We want you to have the eye. Hope you'll get killed. Okay, I want to deal damage to you without killing you. Guess that's not happening, so I guess we'll do this then. Kill you. And apply that silence to that to get the armor. We are doing alright. Keep the 6 though, gotta remember that. All die persist between turns. Harmony. Do it again. Got a 4 and a 3. A 4 and a 3. We trigger it. Now you are also dead. This build is dumb. Okay? We all know it. We all agree with it. It is completely out the realm of what I should be able to be doing, right? Ouch. That is probably the worst start I can ever have. But then again, we can roll extra dice, so... Cool. 6 can't be used anywhere else, so I'll put that there. 5 cannot be used to get me more armor, so I guess we just offload attack. I guess we're keeping hold of that then. Still, that's a lot of damage I'm taking. It's fine though, right? We can work around that. Well, that's a 3 and a 4, so it is actually worth doing. And then setting other die to be other things as well is not a bad choice. Just get rid of 6s if we can. We do not get rid of 6s. But 8 armor is fine. That gives 28 armor if we want to use it, but we don't really care. I guess we're going to do our 29 damage 10 times. We'll use our Wings of Thunder. And then we'll hold on to the 5 dice we have here. Let's see, let's go die. I see you brought a friend. He's probably not surviving this turn. Actually, no, he probably will survive this turn, right? Yeah, 24 5 times, he just survives, but then we get to take him out after. Well, that's fine then. Although, saying that, I really should get defense and work towards that, so... 2 2s. No, actually, they go up to 6, don't they? So there is a reason for that, and they're not going to have that bad, I said, of triggers, but I guess they did. Apparently they do. Well. We kill ourselves, why not? I could have survived that. I should have survived that. That's me being greedy and stuff. I'm not going to do that, but it's still a fun run. I might put this up at a different point, because it's a bit of a stupid build, even though that was defeat. Like, this was just plain ridiculous, and we had all the stuff we needed to actually succeed, and I mucked it up, but yeah. Oh well, right, oh well. Well, anyway. If you did enjoy that video, do leave a like, subscribe to see more, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.